Good evening. Welcome to ORP-TV News, coming to you live on this Sunday, June 11th. We're coming to you from the JK Auto Repair Studio. Of course, JK Auto Repair, a full-service car care provider located in Ozark, Missouri, 2301 Selmore Road. Give John King, Zach Jones a holler, 581-2004. Tell him you heard about him here on ORP-TV. This is the Twister Alley Weekend Race Wrap-Up Show. Easy for me to say. Here I get flustered. I was going to tell Miss Joyce Brixey that I've been anxious to see her too. But this is the Twister Alley Raceway Weekend Wrap-Up with our sponsors, Twister Alley and Hannah O, Realtor at Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. We tell you she is doing a fantastic job. If you're looking to buy, sell, both, Hannah O can guide you through the entire process with no trouble. You won't have any problem. Ian Wiedenbaker, you've got that birthday coming up. If you're going to buy you a new home, I'm telling you, Ian, Hannah O is who you want to have showing you around. And the AAA Race Show on YouTube and Facebook. You can find AAA Race Show on YouTube or on Austin Aziz Racing on Facebook. Austin Aziz does a fantastic job. Just absolutely incredible job he does. Go check him out and subscribe. And if you're looking to have yourself a little adult beverage or maybe a cigar, whatever it is you need, South Fork Ranch Wine, Spirits, and Tobacco with locations Sigs and Swigs in Nixa, the Whistle Stop in Monette, just a stone's throw from the racetrack, Shiners in Aurora, the Trading Post in Hartville, Seymour Liquor and Tobacco in Seymour, and the Busted Still in Clever, Missouri. Those sponsors, plus Team Aziz, Down to Earth Lawn and Landscaping, Titans of 10-5, MKRA Midwest Kart Racing, and the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame. Well, I tell you, the race, only two cautions in this race today. NASCAR wrapped right up quick. We'll be getting to that here in a few minutes, though. I could have swore I had that information up here. But I'll tell you what, let's just go ahead and cover it. Martin Truex, because I have a feeling that it's at the bottom of this. Martin Truex takes the win, his fourth win at Sonoma. Won 10 years ago, won there again today, just ahead of Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. This now moves Martin Truex into second all-time at Sonoma on the wins list. Denny Hamlin, who started out on the pole, went from first to worst, finishing in last place. No cautions really hurt him on that regard. No time to get in and get some repairs made, maybe get back out. It's a little something they did different this time is they did a no caution stage. Now, I wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but I'm interested to see what the fans think of it. Mr. Joe Burke, a Hall of Famer and one of my lifelong heroes. It was good to see you here, Joe. The racing, because you get some fans that really don't like the stage racing, so this was kind of a subtle stage. They didn't actually throw a caution for it, so it was something unique. It'll be interesting to see if they use that going forward. Now, wrapping up this morning, if you got a chance to see it yesterday, it started off about, it was a little after 9 a.m. Several channels ended up carrying it. MAV TV had it, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. This is a race that has 3 different classes going on at one time. This time they had 3 classes plus 1 car. The 24 Hours of Le Mans that started on Saturday and ran through yesterday. The hypercar class, Ferrari AF Course. The Ferrari, they had several cars in these teams. It's really, if you're a dum-dum like me, this is really a confusing thing to have going on. Miss Peggy Moon, it's good to see you. I hope you had a birthday as beautiful as you are. Hypercar Ferrari AF Course with the win in the hypercar class. That is the top level. It's exactly like if they were to run the Sonoma race today and they had the top 20 Cup Series cars, the top 20 Xfinity cars, and the top 20 trucks all out there at once. I don't get this. I think they ought to just turn it into a 3-day event, but they've been doing it for 100 years and they don't need my opinion. The LMP2 class, Inter Europool Competition, takes the win there. And then LMGTE AM Corvette Racing takes the win. So you had Ferrari. This is in the hypercar. So you had Ferrari, Toyota, Cadillac in spots 3 and 4, and then Ferrari. And there is a look at the Ferrari, the winning car, the number 51. Then in the LMP2, you had the Interpool, Europool, Team Euro, whatever. I don't get any of this. Interpool competition, there's your winners from the LMP2. And then in the LMGTE, Corvette Racing takes the win, followed by some other people. There they are. NASCAR. The Garage 56 team that was in here, I was under the impression going into this, because again, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, that they were competing in a class. They weren't. They were there as a competition, like a demonstration. They were there. They were the only car in their class. They won, but they were the only car in their class. What they did do was show that they belonged there. They won the Pit Crew Challenge going into this event. I believe that was back on about Thursday. They won that, which was amazing. They finished 39th out of 62 entries in this race. They were some people would say, well, yeah, they were in last place of the running cars. However, there were 62 teams. Only 39 finished all 24 hours, and NASCAR finished all 24 hours, with Jimmy Johnson running different intervals in there and being the final driver in that. So they certainly held their own, did really well. And I think it was something to be proud of. A cool look. It was neat seeing it out there. They weren't that much slower than those other cars, so to see something that looked as big and bulky on the racetrack compared to the hypercars and the Corvette racing, the ones you think of, seeing that Chevrolet Camaro out there was a pretty neat look, and all in all, I'd say a big success. Ozark Raceway Park had an event Friday and Saturday, and of course this was the Titans of 10-5 series. This was set up to be Titans of 10-5 series weekend. That was what it's going to be all about. But of course, last Sunday, with the passing of our friend Shane McClellan unexpectedly from the boat accident, this was the decals that was made by 417 Graphics that was given out. There's a look at Shane and his longtime girlfriend, for all intents and purposes, basically his spouse, Renee Williamson. That certainly changed things. So Saturday, there was the funeral earlier in the day, and then the car, the Krusty Nova, was brought out to Ozark Raceway Park, where people were signing it, and that is Renee there signing the hood of the Krusty Nova. Really touching. You can see they had it adorned with the flowers and the signatures on it. Really cool. Everybody was signing it. And then this was something that was beautiful but tough to watch, and that was seeing the car, the casket, the final ride here of Shane McClellan in the back of the, I believe that would be a 57 Chevy Nomad, down the track one final time, being escorted by his pallbearers. A really tough thing, and I'm sure though that Shane McClellan was happy to see the turnout. Probably a little bit embarrassed because he was pretty shy. He was proud of what he had done, but I think he was a fairly modest guy. And again, I said last week, he'll sorely be missed, and the turnout was great for that, so really awesome to see. Now, the Titans of 10-5 series in and of itself, Outlaw 10-5 winner, Danny Anders. The 10-5 second chance winner, Brandon Stokes. The Outlaw 8-5 goes to Rich Frost. The Outlaw Pro Street, Todd Bennett. Jason Seipert takes the 580 index. The 650 index goes to Andrew Scott. His dad, Gary, takes the Pro Tree No Box. The Pro Tree Motorcycle goes to John Jones, and the Pro Tree Junior goes to Kaysen Enders. And we have those photos shared there by Fodad Racing Media. You can check all those out on our page. We have those there, so thank you to them for getting those photos taken. I'm glad to see they've moved the winner's circle over here to much better lighting. I remember mentioning that years ago. But it's good to see that out there where you can really light it up and see good photos. Let's see here. What do we say? Who was the best driver now to never win a NASCAR race? Probably, well, if you're talking about the top tier NASCAR Cup Series, Don McGuire, I would probably, of guys who actually competed, boy, I don't know. I know that Ralph Earnhardt never won a race, so we'll go with that, with Dale Earnhardt's dad, Ralph Earnhardt, that drove this car back here on our display. Rain got the best of some of the tracks this weekend. Central Arkansas Motor Speedway, Central Missouri Speedway, I-35, I-44, Lake Ozark, Lucas Oil, Nevada, Salina, Tri-State, Tulsa, and Valley all fell victim to the rain. But where it didn't rain, Mark Martin won races. Oh, you mean a NASCAR Championship Series? Yeah, Mark Martin would definitely be in that as far as the series. Twister Alley Raceway, I tell you what, Chip was out there bright and early. Heather booted him right out of bed and said, get over there to that track and let's find out if we're racing today. And he did. He got out there and showed some video, and it looked beautiful. No rain, Twister Alley Raceway. Saturday night, rookie class, Easton Providence takes the win. Junior 1 goes to Keaton Purvis. Junior 2, Blaine Kendall. Junior 3, Parker Darnell. Clone 300 went to Emmett Neely. Clone 350, Talon Lawson. Dylan McCord takes the Clone 400. Stock appearing goes to Chris Elbert. Chase Roberts in the Predator Light. Open went to Landon Carter. Predator Medium, David Stauffer. And Predator Heavy, again, Chase Roberts. He's the only one doubled up this weekend at the kart track. So great racing, Twister Alley Raceway. If you haven't been down there, I can promise you, you will have a great time, and you won't. It's like eating potato chips. You ain't going to eat just one. If you go to Twister Alley Raceway, you'll be back. I promise you. Eldora in Rossburg, Ohio had big racing this weekend. This was the Dirt Late Model Dream 29. Day one started back on Thursday. Group A, they had it. This was all the preemptive racing going into it. The Group A on Thursday night, Tim McCready, Hudson O'Neill, and Kyle Strickler. 1, 2, 3. Group B, Ricky Thornton, Devin Moran, and Mike Marlar are your top three. Then Friday night, two groups again. Mike Marlar takes the win ahead of Jonathan Davenport and Ricky Thornton Jr. Man, that's a tough lineup there to be in that group. Group B, Hudson O'Neill, Bobby Pierce, and Tim McCready. That's nothing to sneeze at either. Then Saturday night, this is where it all went down. This is the big event, and Jonathan Davenport takes the win. Chris Madden is second, and Bobby Pierce third. Eldora Speedway, that is, of course, the Tony Stewart-owned racetrack, and it would be a lot of fun to go to. I would certainly like to make that trip sometime. Hint, hint, we'll have to hit that up, but that looks like a lot of fun, and congratulations, Jonathan Davenport. Bolivar Speedway raced on Friday night. POWRi Midwest Mod, he has that ORP TV decal on there. No doubt. That's what helped just push him right ahead with the win. Dayton Newell. POWRi B Mod goes to Robbie Ewing. Mark Simon takes the USRE stock car. Michael McKnight in the POWRi Pure Stock. And stock car goes to Dakota Hardesty. Callaway Raceway on Friday night in Fulton, Missouri. POWRi Super Stock, Justin Russell. Ryan Middaugh in the USRE Modified. POWRi Late Model goes to Matt Becker. POWRi B Mod, Cole Campbell, and Alvin Cooney takes the POWRi Hornet class. Electric City Speedway in Butler, Missouri. POWRi Superstock, Landon. I knew this one was going to give me fits. Nakanzani. I'm sorry, Landon. Landon in. I'm not even going to butcher it there. Landon with the win. Pure Stock, Bobby Brown. Jacob Ellison in the POWRi Midwest Mod. Jerry Morgan in the POWRi B Mod. Colton Borland in the USRE Stock Car. Jordan Truad in the Enduro class. And Chris Nichols in the Dirt Car 4-cylinder. Humboldt Speedway, Humboldt, Kansas, Friday night. USRE B Mod, Gabe Hodges with the win. Tyler Davis takes the Midwest Mod. Dallas Joyce in the Factory Stock. Clint Hagler in the USRE Tuner. And Kip Hughes takes your Dirt Super Late Model. Lakeside Speedway, Kansas City, Kansas, Friday night. Pure Stock, Marshall Jewett. E-Mod, Chris DeShong. Chris Jackson with the win in the USRE B Mod. Tim Carrick is the winner in the USRE Modified. And USA Stock Car goes to Jared Wedigal. Lebanon Midway Speedway Friday night. Got a lot of racing in on Friday. I thought that we were going to have a better day on Friday than Saturday. Dirt Late Model with the Dylan Bates. Steve Muhlenberg takes the POWRi Midwest Mod. POWRi Pure Stock Peyton McDowell. Donnie Miller in the POWRi Super Stock. And Michael Maggard in the POWRi B Mod. Poplar Bluff Motorsports Park. A Mod Chad Williams. B Mod goes to Matt Brown. Jack Moore in the Factory Stock. Jeremy Rayburn in the Street Stock. Pro 4s goes to John Willard, and Rex Berry takes the Sportsman Late Model class. Salina, Kansas, Friday night. IMCA Sport Compact, Randy Rice. Nicholas Rondebaum takes the checkered in the IMCA Hobby Stock. IMCA Northern Sports Mod goes to Tyler Watts, and George Ramey in the IMCA Stock Car. Knoxville Raceway. That's another one of those tracks that's on a bucket list you want to get to. Knoxville, Iowa. They had racing Friday and Saturday night. Pro Sprints. Chase Young with the win, followed by Cade Higday and Mike Mayberry. Then in the 410 sprints, Brian Brown, Rico Abreu. God doggone, I hate it when it spell checks me. Brad Sweet runs third in that event. Then Saturday night, the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series, the 360 Sprint Winged goes to Garrett Williamson, and David Gravel takes the 410 Sprint Winged class. Now moving to our Saturday night racing, 81 Speedway, Park City, Kansas. Dirt Super Late Model goes to Kip Hughes. Tyler Davis takes the USRA Modified. Dylan Doty takes the Mini Stock, and Tanner Thiel wins the Stock Car class. Boone Speedway in Boone, Iowa. Saturday night, IMCA Modified, Jeremy Mills. Kalen Lopez in the IMCA Northern Sports Mod. IMCA Mod Light goes to Josh May and Mike Smith in the Hawkeye Challenge. Federated Auto Parts Raceway, that's Peevely I-55 as we call it, dirt car lineup. The dirt car late model goes to Dylan McCowan. Kenny Wallace takes the UMP Modified class. Troy Medley in the Pro Mod. Joshua Hawkins in the Sportsman, and EJ Krause takes your Sports Compact class. Springfield Raceway, we could hear him running last night. POWRi B Mod goes to Wesley Long. Jerry Langton takes your POWRi Midwest Mod A class. The POWRi Midwest Mod B class goes to Tyler Parrish. Braxton Rupp wins the Legends class. Robert Tosh is your winner in the Mini Stock Front Wheel Drive. The Bomber Enduro goes to Michael Gillis. Tyrell Jones is your POWRi Pure Stock winner, and the USRA Stock Car goes to Zeb Keeper. Spokes BMX on Thursday night. They got lucky they had no rain out there. It looked great out there. Your winners from Thursday night: Ruthana Collins, Adam Waltke, Chris Askew from Whole Shot Productions, does great photography out at Ozark Raceway Park. We had a couple of his photos in there. David Cook, Kyler Agee, Finn Glassford, Kason Ricks, Andrew Pop, Donnie Johnson, and Bo Hawkins. Congratulations to them, and thank you for keep getting us those results. I sure am happy to be able to see Spokes BMX getting some, being able to talk about it and remind everybody that BMX racing is still alive and well. Pro Motocross yesterday. This is ugly. Ugly. Jet Lawrence is absolutely destroying this class. Yes, there are some riders. Most of your top riders are out. Eli Tomac is out. Justin Barsha. Chase Sexton is out with a head injury. But I'm telling you, even if they were there, I don't think they stand a chance. Jet Lawrence has not had every hole shot. He's not led at the first turn. There's a line there, and that's the hole shot line. He's not had every hole shot, but he's been the number one qualifier, led every single lap, and won every moto. 2 motos per race of 3 races. So 6 motos, led every single lap. He is destroying these guys by up 10, 12 seconds, and then he starts taking it easy. But Jet Lawrence cruises to another victory. Aaron Plessinger and Cooper Webb round out the top 3. Grant Harlan, who we've seen here in the Ozarks and around the area doing indoor arena cross, is really lighting it up here on the outdoors, coming into his own, another top 10 finish. Good job there by Grant Harlan. The first race of the year, it was the first time ever brothers had won the 2 main classes, when it was 125 and 250, now 250 and 450. Now they've done it all 3 races. Hunter Lawrence takes the win in the 250, followed by Justin Cooper and Levi Kitchen. Hayden Deegan finishes 8th. Didn't have as good a race this weekend as he has last, but he is still in the top 3 there. But a great job by Justin Cooper and Levi Kitchen. All Yamahas here. We got Yamahas 4 in the top 10. So Yamaha flat tearing it up in the outdoors. NHRA, they're doing the racing right now at Thunder Valley. We told you about last weekend. It was rained out at New England. So yesterday they did the finals from last weekend. So New England's winners at Bristol yesterday. Top Fuel, Justin Ashley. Bob Tasca III takes the funny car. Aaron Stanfield in the Pro Stock, and Gage Herrera in the Pro Stock motorcycles. Now, if you switch over to FS1, of course, you're going to give me another 5 minutes here. Then you switch over to FS1, you'll be able to catch the eliminations from Bristol, the Bristol race. And there is a look at your winners. There is Ashley and Tasca and Stanfield and Herrera. NASCAR Xfinity. Moving back to NASCAR, these results brought to you, of course, by AAA Race Show on Facebook and YouTube. Sonoma yesterday, Eric Almirola takes the win, AJ Allmendinger second, and Kyle Larson third. I'm really happy to see Almirola doing well. He just seems like a pretty nice fella, and a good win there by Almirola. And there's a look at him with his kids. She's even got her one of his daughters that looks like she has a stuffed animal with her, some kind of horse. That's awesome. Love seeing that. I know that we have results from the lawnmower derby, and I didn't get those shared over, but I'll have them posted up here within just a few minutes. My apologies to Kevin Pierce for not getting those shared here, but I will have them shared. Thank you guys for being here and joining us. A lot of rainouts this weekend. Now make sure you join us this coming Wednesday. We'll be talking about birthdays, anniversaries, weather forecast, and any of the stories that pop up from today, the aftermath of some of these races. You always get something that comes up after the fact, so we'll be talking about that. We'll be giving you an outlook of the races scheduled for next weekend. I hope you all had a more productive weekend than I did. I spent a lot of time on the old couch resting up. Miss Van Cleve, thank you so very much. It's good to see you all. Take care of each other. Be nice to each other, for Pete's sakes. No reason to be hateful. Let's all be good to each other. Send me an email, orptvmedia@gmail.com, if you want to tell me about birthdays, an event coming up, somebody you'd like to see interviewed. 417-872-9854. Send me a text and we'll get you answered right up. Again, we'll see you back here Wednesday night on ORP TV Live here, 6 p.m. on Facebook. For ORP TV, I'm Stag.
See you next time.
ORP TV.
Here for ORP TV, we try to have a lot of fun.